Hey everyone, welcome back to the episode of Uncensored Solar TV, brought to you by my amazing team here at Solar Wolf Energy. And we're talking today about this Keystone pipeline thing. Now, the obvious optics for everyone in renewable energy is hip hip hooray, this thing is going to get shut down as soon as Biden takes office, right? I have a serious problem with this because I tend to look at things much deeper with far more depth than I think most do, and it's this. The price of oil today is also reflected not just on reserves, but on other things like capacities that we could have if we needed them for emergencies or any depletions or contamination, what have you. Why this is important for this to be finished and just completed. Even if we don't use it, we should at least just complete this thing, make sure it works, and because we may need this. To shut it down mid-construction, and if you've ever done a large civil construction project, as I have, if you ever had to shut this down and come back in, even as much as 6 months, as recent as 6 months, let alone if it's 5 or 6 years, the amount of regulations, the amount of materials, there's so many things for availability and what's allowed to use in a domestic construction project. There's a lot, as you can imagine, of red tape. Now, this thing going from one country into another, you can multiply that probably by like 1,000,000x. All that said, what I think a lot in the renewable energy space are not taking into consideration is if oil does go up, that means for you guys to get in your vans and go to install for a customer, your gallon of gas just went up. That means your plastics that you guys use for product. That means the solar edges and the end phases, which have plastics in their product. Plastic is a petroleum-based product, okay? It needs oil to be created. So we're not going to eliminate oil. You guys are ridiculous. You need to understand that there has to be a phenomenal coupling, a really, really good marriage between fossil fuels and renewables. Get off the idea that we're going to get away from fossil fuels. It can't actually happen unless you open up the hemp market and about 4 other large, enormous industries and make them way bigger than the current ones today. And that's not something that's done in 6 months to a year. These are real concerns by real economic people. The ones on the media screaming and shouting how exciting this is don't get it. They don't. They don't sign the fronts of checks. They don't have payroll. They don't have businesses. They go and buy groceries, right? They have a simple life and they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. That's the problem here. And a lot of these people are piggybacking on each other and making a lot of noise. This needs to be looked at far more in depth than just a decision of as soon as a guy gets in office, he's shutting this down. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. What we need is a tapering off, a plan, but we cannot just pull the plug on things like this. It will cost us substantially. Food for thought, that's just my opinion. With that, I'll close out and say thank you for watching another episode of Uncensored Solar TV, brought to you by my amazing team that I'm fortunate enough to have around me here at Solar Wolf Energy. Thanks.